do not, when you get out, go running to be with your children, because at this point in stage, you haven't been a mother to them, and you can't go running on their doorstep creating chaos and upheaval. If you get your life together, you can probably slowly enter their life. You understand? Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
John Young for the defense.
And are you are you Miss Argumento?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Amanda Argumento who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 11474W for the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle on December 6, 2022 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 1 on or about the 23rd day of March 2023 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Amanda Argumento.
Argumento.
Okay, I can't say that. Committed the offense of theft, 2,500 to 30,000 vehicle in violation condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Sure.
Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
No. Any objections to the waivers?
No.
All right. Ms. Argumento, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
No, there is not, Your Honor.
State, what are you requesting?
Revocation, Your Honor.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, there was an agreement in that they were going to TIC and dismiss the new charge.
That is correct.
She is requesting the court to allow her to stay on probation. I can't get around here.
Mhm.
As we said earlier, Your Honor, this young lady had been evaluated for competency, was found competent. She wants to stay on probation, and what she would like to do is have you put her in outpatient treatment.
All right. Ms. Argumento, is there anything you wish to say?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
My name is Amanda Argumento, and I would like to have a second chance on probation. I will attend the classes. I will go to everything. I was still on my drug problems like then, but I'm completely done with it. The thought of drugs, like I do not even want to think of it. Makes me want to puke. Like just thinking back and hearing my kid's voice, my daughter's voice. My kid's dad is willing on getting back with me, getting the family back together, and I just really want to go back to that.
How old are your children?
3 and 4, ma'am.
So you just dropped them off with the father?
I decided to leave when I was on drugs, and yes, I was really bad on them, but I did stop.
All right. So what have you done on probation other than pick up new cases?
I did not attend because I was just...
No, I mean, have you done anything?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else from either side? Any other questions?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Why should the judge believe that you're going to do what you have said you're going to do and that you didn't do last time?
Because I'm really committed to it. I'm honestly, and I apologize for not going to my probation and everything. Like, I apologize. I'm really committed to completing it this time.
And why did the previous attorney have you evaluated for competency?
We didn't talk about the case, right? And
Okay. And you're not on any medication now in the jail?
no, sir.
Okay. No other questions, Your Honor?
All right. Any questions from the state? Find you guilty, and the court will not grant you community supervision. State, how much time are you asking for?
The state was requesting 12 months in the state jail facility, Your Honor.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, she currently has 116 days in Bexar County Jail. on this case, and we're asking the court to grant her a request for 6-month sentence.
All right. If you want, at the state jail facility, they do have a therapeutic community, and that does not increase the time that you have been in custody. If I were to sentence you to 6 months or 12 months or 18 months, that will still be your sentence. And therapeutic community is just there to help you. Would you like that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 18 months in the state jail facility. All right. We can go off the record. So, Ms. Argumeta, I always review everything. And when you were placed on deferred adjudication, and here there were several cases that were taken in consideration. And so the only thing that you've done since you were on probation with me was pick up another theft case, and you're on probation for unauthorized use. You're going to have to make a decision on what you want to do with the rest of your life.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do not, when you get out, go running to be with your children, because at this point in stage, you haven't been a mother to them, and you can't go running on their doorstep creating chaos and upheaval. If you get your life together, you can probably slowly enter their life. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And are you Mr. McCullough?
Yes, ma'am.
Understand you're charged with the offense of evading arrest, detention, second or more as a second-degree felony. The range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
The plea, the state is proceeding on count 1 with enhancements. Punishments be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. The state recommends community supervision. You are to agree that you've been previously convicted of 1 or 2 or more felonies for enhancement. There's no application for deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense. Court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancements true based upon your plea of true and based upon state's exhibits 1 and attachments. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
And simply that my client has both work and family on the outside to go to after this occurrence.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
12 and 9.
Who are they with now?
Their mother.
All right. How often have you been using drugs before you were placed into custody?
How often?
Yes.
Like every other day. Not that much.
All right. What were you using?
Marijuana.
And what else?
And Xanax.
All right. How far did you go in school?
7th grade.
Why did you drop out?
Sell drugs. Not even lie.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty. So you were selling drugs
Well, yeah,
in the 7th grade?
grew up in Baltimore, Maryland, watching my mom and sell crack, and that's all I need.
Okay.
I was so good.
All right. And do these tattoos have any gang affiliation associated with them?
No, ma'am. I like art, and I do tattoos as well. So
All right. So what is the 93 underneath your chin?
93, the neighborhood I'm from.
Okay.
Indian
And
Creek.
what neighborhood would that be?
Indian Creek. The 9's the I and the 3's the C.
All right. And what is this red tattoo?
No Mercy for the Weak with a rosary.
Okay. Court is going to sentence you to 3 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. 200 hours of community service restitution. 100 hours of those will be waived once you complete parenting classes. In probation, whichever parenting classes you think are appropriate. The remainder of the 100 hours will be waived if you complete your GED or some sort of trade school or something to help you better yourself in life. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. You understand? I'm sure everybody in this courtroom can maybe say something that their parent may have done wrong. But at some point in time, the life you choose is the life you choose, and it's not your parents' fault. Now, you told me that your parents sold drugs, and that's where you learned it from, and you've been selling drugs since 7th grade, right? You are now in your 30s. At some point, you got to cut off where you say it's your parents' fault for your actions. You understand?
It's my own fault. I was addicted to the fast money.
All right. So you got to stop it. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
From here on out, everything you do, you need to ask yourself if it could result in me going to prison for 3 years. If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. If you have any questions about anything, let probation know. If you feel they're not addressing your issue, then you can come to the court. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you do them yourself or someone else?
Someone else.
Okay. All right. Good luck.